get our viewers' stock-specific queries answered, let's welcome on board Rajesh Agarwal, who's the head of research at AUM Capital, and Lakshmikant Shukla, who's the technical analyst at institutional research at Yes Securities India. Very good morning, gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us today. Now, Rajesh, first coming to you, before we get started with all the stock-specific queries, how is the market looking like to you at this point? Where can we see movement from here, especially given the earning season is upon us?
Good morning, Kanishka. Good morning, Ankita. Good morning, Lakshmikant. Markets are poised for a move, no doubt on that, in the medium to long term. But in the short term, there is a lot of global noise going on, especially from the Trump side. So every day something comes out of the tariff story. But thankfully, we are into result season, and more of the focus is on result side. And as and when whatever results come, the focus will be on that side. The good results would be rewarded, bad results would be punished, as we have seen in the case of TCS and FCL Tech. Even the management commentary would be very more important going forward. And as far as this week is concerned, I think this week is very crucial because at least 10 companies are coming out with results that are part of the Nifty, and they have around 32% weightage in Nifty. So that would be very crucial because a lot of volatility would happen due to results of Nifty companies. But apart from that, we are in a very positive territory because of the fact that inflation has cooled down, interest rates have started going down. We have seen banks' balance sheet being cleaned up. NPAs are on a very negligible level. They have very strong balance sheet. It's just a matter of time and credit offtake starts picking up. So economically, we are very on a strong footing, and not to forget that monsoon has also arrived early. So that's also a plus point. Crude is trading at a very reasonable level, around below $70. That's very good for countries like India, which imports almost 80% of their consumption. So economically, everything is in our favor at this point of time. It's only the result season which is going on, which will be in focus, and the Trump tariffs, which is a global noise. Apart from that, for medium to long term, we are very bullish on the market. One should be very selective of stocks. Quality stocks are going to give decent returns.
Absolutely, Rajesh. Point taken. Basically, there is a lot of global noise as far as the tariffs are concerned, but our focus is mainly on the earnings season. And this week itself, we have Nifty heavyweights that will be coming out with their Q1 earnings, and we are watching out for that. And it's a stock pickers market, of course. It's a buy on every dip. But let's get started with all the questions then, and the stock-specific questions that our viewers have been writing to us about. The number is flashing on top of your screen. Please start sending in your questions. The stock name, the stock price, the buying price, and the holding period in your question, and we'll get them answered by our experts. So without further ado, let's get started with all the stock questions then. The first question for the morning is coming in from Satyaveni, who's writing in from Visakhapatnam. He says that he has purchased Chola Finance and Shriram Finance now, or else should he be choosing the two best or safe entry levels for these? I think he's already saying that he's purchased. Okay, so he's looking for an entry level basically for Chola Finance and Shriram Finance. Rajesh, I beg your pardon, Lakshmikant, let me come to you for the entry levels for Chola Finance and Shriram Finance. He says he wants to enter these counters. Is it a good time to enter at these current levels?
Good morning, Ankita. Good morning, Kanishka, and good morning, Rajesh ji. So now talking about Chola Finance, so I think this is the good entry level at present time because this stock has found support near the levels of 1519, and from there it has formed a hammer kind of pattern. I think stability of this level, we could see upside momentum in this stock toward the levels of 1650 to 1660 zone. So that is the good time to buy Chola Finance. So, and one can keep the stop loss of 1490 on the downside. As long as it holds this support, we could see a pullback move on the upside toward the levels of 1650 to 1660. Now, talking about Shriram Finance, so this stock is looking good on the daily chart, and even the current level are looking good for taking buy position in this stock with the stop loss of 660 on the downside. Today it has passed its previous swing high of 675, now trading above it, reclaiming the levels of 20 DMA. So we could see upside momentum in this stock toward the levels of 725 to 735 on the upside.
All right, so that's the view on Chola Finance and Shriram Finance. But the next question we have coming for you, Rajesh. Now, Murthy has written to us from Hyderabad. He wants to invest 1.2 lakh rupees in Dixon Technologies and wants to hold it for about 2 years. He wants to know if it is a good time to enter.
See, as far as Dixon is concerned, company is very good, doing very well. They have good tie-ups with OEM players. But the problem is, although the EMS space is also doing well, the problem is the valuations are very rich. You would see it's trading at a P of 3-digit P. I think valuations are very straight. There might be a trading opportunities here and there. But for investment, I think it's not a good idea to go for Dixon for a long term. Maybe a Sharma SGS in the same sector would be a better bet than Dixon. Dixon, if it falls by maybe to around 13,500 odd level, that time one can consider. But at this point of time, I don't think it would be a prudent idea.
Rich valuation, so probably its pairs like a Sirma would be a better bet is what you're saying, Rajesh. But let's move on to the next counter. Okay, this they have not given their name, but they've asked for your view on NBCC, if it is a good buy at current levels. Lakshmikant, let me come to you for NBCC. Is it the right time to enter this counter?
After 8 to 10 days of decline, this stock has formed doji kind of pattern yesterday's session, and now we are seeing the follow through upside momentum with the formation of bullish bell to candlestick pattern. So overall sentiment looks.
All right, so I think we couldn't quite hear you there, but we'll carry on the other side of this break. It's time now to take a very short break. We'll be right back.
And Vidnesh Kanishka Sarkar, and we are answering all your stock related questions on this show. So please keep sending in your questions. The number is flashing on top of the screen and we'll get them answered by our experts. Let's resume with all the queries then. This is a question that's coming in from Ajit Thomas, who's writing in from Kerala. He says that he wants to know the prospects for Gujarat Gas. He's purchased at the buying price of 500 rupees. Now he wants to know the prospect over the next 3 months. Rajesh, would you be able to take the prospect for the next 3 months, or even for the longer term perhaps? What do you see for Gujarat Gas?
See, gas prices news have been flowing since a very long period of time. First there were APM cut, now there were talks of gas price hike. Long-term prospects look extremely good. For a short term, I think one should keep a stop loss of 450 and a target of 485 rupees for the next 3 months. Otherwise, if somebody is looking for a long-term horizon, I think it's a very good bet. Going forward, because of the fact that the client base is very good, with gas prices being high, the relations are going to be good, and the prospects looks very good not only for Gujarat Gas but other gas players like IGL, MGL too. This company basically supplies to Gujarat region where ceramic industry is doing very well, and they have good prospects going forward.
Okay, so that's the view on Gujarat Gas. But Rajesh, we have another query coming from Achar, who has written to us from Madurai. They want your view on 3 counters actually. They want to know if they can buy 50 shares of Reliance at the current market price. This is for the long term. That is, they have a time horizon of more than 5 years for Reliance. And the other are the Bajaj twins, Bajaj Finance and Bajaj Finserv. Should they enter at the current market price? They have a relatively shorter term horizon for these two, that is 1 to 2 years.
I think all 3 of them are a buy. Taking one by one, Reliance is a very strong story going forward, not only because of the oil to gas or chemical business, but because of the fact that Geo platforms and the media business, their retail business are doing very well. ARPU has gone up. Retail, they have almost 19,000 odd store. And going forward in the next 1 year or 2 year, I don't know the time horizon, but whenever the corporate action of demerging or listing them takes place, that would be a huge trigger for the company. And despite the fact that they are going for such large capex, the debt levels are debt equity ratios all almost in a manageable level. So Reliance is a very good buy for the next 5 years. As far as Bajaj Twins are concerned, I think Bajaj Finance doing very well. The AUM has increased and IAMs have increased. Asset quality is on manageable levels. So one can go long on that too for a medium to short term horizon. But for a longer term horizon, if somebody is looking for 2, 3 years down the line, I think Bajaj Finserv is a better bet because it's the holding company of Bajaj Finance. And apart from that, it holds both the insurance ventures of Bajaj. It has a AMC license. They have launched some mutual funds too. Their NBFC business is doing very well, and IAMs are good. AUM is good, and not to forget that their uh, asset quality is very strong. I think all these three counters are very good bets for long-term horizon. And out of Bajaj Twins, I think Bajaj Finserv is a better bet for a longer-term horizon, but for trading or short-term period, Bajaj Finance is a better period. So taking your call on time horizons, you can take a call.
All right, so that's the view coming in on Reliance and the Bajaj Twins. But Rajesh, tell us, this is Gurinder who's writing in from Delhi. He wants he has 50 lakhs to invest and he wants your view on any three sectors and three counters within those sectors that you would be bullish on for the next 3 to 5 years. So it's a long-term bet. He wants to know the sectors that you're bullish on and perhaps if you could shed some light on the counters from within those sectors.
See, for a sector for 3 to 5 years, I think infrastructure is very good. BFSI is a very good sector to go for. In BFSI, we have just discussed Bajaj Twins that can be considered, or even in the mid-cap space, we can have a look at Poonawalla or Geo Financial, which are good bet in BFSI. Or in banking, you can have a look at HDFC Bank. As far as other sectors are concerned, I think infrastructure is going to do well. Larsen would be a best pick out of that. And defense is one sector which we are very bullish on for a longer term horizon, where one can have a look at HAL or BDL.
All right. So, actually, the next query is on the defense sector itself, Rajesh. Manisha Kala, she wants to invest for a time horizon of 5 years in the defense sector. If you could help us with the, 3 stock picks in the defense sector.
So we have just discussed HAL and BDL. That would be 2 of them, and the third one would be BEML. It's not only a play on defense, but also on mining and metro railways also. And all 3 segments are doing very well, I would say. Order book is very strong. New orders are pouring in. So one can have a look at BEL and BEML too.
Those are your bets in the defense space. But with that, it's time for a quick breather. Don't go anywhere. After the break, we'll get all the other questions answered. Stay tuned.
Association with.
Now you're watching Buy Now Sell Now with me, Kanishka Sarkar and Ankita Saxena, a show where we are answering all your stock specific queries with our experts. So let's get resumed with all the queries there. Now Rajesh, I'll come to you first. It's a largely broad-based query. This viewer Sundar from Chennai, he has a lump sum amount of 10 lakhs that he wants to invest. If you could help us with your top 3 picks where he could put in this kind of money.
See, if it's a 3 to 5 years time horizon, I would say go with Reliance, HDFC Bank and last. These are top 3 picks. And if you can add 2 more, it would be ITC and Dr. Reddy's. And these are 5 picks which we have been recommending in the large cap space to our clients for a longer term horizon. And we think that it's a well diversified portfolio and almost covering major sectors. And all of them can give good returns in the long term.
All right, so long-term bet on ITC, but coming to you then, Lakshmikant, this is Vaishnavi is writing from Chennai. She says she's bought 30 stocks for Mazgaon Docks at a buying price of 2,219 rupees 1 year back. She wants to know what is the 6 months target for this and should she be holding on to it or should she be selling it? Please advise. Lakshmikant, a stock like Mazgaon Docks that just keeps on giving, just when you know that it has really topped out and there is no further upside, it moves up yet again. What do you see on the charts really for Mazgaon Dock? Should she be holding it for the next 6 months, or should she be booking her profits now?
See, on the daily and weekly chart, stock is looking very strong. And but if we look at the structure of last 8 to 10 days, so we have seen some sort of profit booking after making high near the levels of 3,775. But still, we see upside move in the stock till it hold up the levels of 2,900 when it's 20 DMA is placed. So we could expect that from there we could see some sort of pullback move in this stock, and we could see this extension of pullback move toward the levels of 3,500 to 3,600. So I think she should hold this stock with the stop loss of 2,900 on a closing basis. On the flip side, if it breaches this level, then after she could think to exit from this position from this stock. But as long as it holds this, we can expect this upside pullback move toward the levels of 3,500 to 3,700.
Okay, so that's the view on Mazgaon Dock. But Lakshmikant, we'll stay with you. We already got Rajesh's view on the defense sector. We have another query for the sector. Now, Satya Veni from Vishakhapatnam has written to us. He wants to invest 4 lakh rupees for a time period of 18 months. Would you be able to suggest any two stocks that he can invest in the defense sector? What's the best entry price for these two?
So according to us, HAL and BL are the two stocks where he can take long position in the upcoming sessions, because HAL has formed strong base near the levels of 4,900, and it is still consolidating, and we have seen bullish crossover on the weekly chart from its 20 and 50 DMA. So we think that till it hold the levels of 4,400 to 4,500 zone, we could see upside move, and once it crosses the levels of 5,200, then after it could resume its upside momentum toward the levels of 55,750 to 5,900 zone. Apart from this, I have talked about HL. Now BL has seen some amount of recovery from last 2 days sessions. So even it has holded its previous swing low of 395 to 390 zone, and we expect that as long as it holds this support, we could see upside momentum. So overall structure even looks positive on the weekly and monthly chart, and we could see follow through buying momentum once it crosses the levels of 435, and then after it could move forward toward the levels of 485 to 500 zone.
All right, so these are the calls coming for the defense sector. Let's move on to the pharma pack then. This is Subrata Mukherjee who's writing in from Kolkata. He says he wants to buy Cipla and Sun Pharma for investment. Rajesh, coming to you. Cipla, Sun Pharma, good bets to invest?
Time horizon, yes, both are very good bets if you are looking for a long-term horizon. Both are very good product profile, a lot of vendors have been filed. The only concern in the short term would be the tariff threat that has been looming large on pharma sector especially, where Mr. Trump has been shouting from rooftop of 100% tariffs on pharma and all these things. I don't know what will happen, what percentage of tariff will come, but that threat would be there till the cloud is clear. But for a longer term horizon, I think both of the company are very good. One can nibble in them, at least buy in a staggered way.
All right, so that's the call on Sun Pharma and Cipla, both good long-term bets, but must keep an eye out for tariff news coming for the pharma sector. Moving on, Lakshmikant, now coming to you. This is Mohan who has written from Orissa. He holds 7 shares of Dixon Technology at a price of 15,600. He's been holding them for the past 45 odd days. He wants to know if he should continue holding them or switch over to some other script. His time horizon is 3 months.
After making bottom near the levels of 13,280, this stock has shown good amount of recovery, and it has surpassed its key moving averages also on the daily and as well as on weekly chart. So overall structure looks positive for the short term time of period. So as he told us that he has a time period of 3 months. So I think some amount of recovery could extend further higher toward the levels of 1640 to 1660 on the upside, where until it hold up the levels of 15,200 on the downside, where it's 50 DMA placed. So till it hold this mentioned support, we could see upside momentum toward the levels of 1660 to 1680 for the time period of 3 months.
All right, so that's the view coming in on Dixon Tech, but I would request both the guests to stay back. But let's go to my colleagues who are standing by with a bull versus bear case for Ola Electric. Now, after zooming for about the last three days trading sessions, Ola Electric is ailing on a trade today. Both my colleagues Shrishti and Varun are standing by to give us a good sense of what's working and what's not working for Ola Electric. Now remember, Ola Electric came out with its numbers. We did see as far as the auto segment EBITDA is concerned, that turned positive for the first time for the company, and we did see that stock surge away in trade on the back of that. But today it's Ola Electric is declining in trade, and let's go across to my colleagues to get a sense of the bull versus a bear case scenario for the stock.
Well, yes, indeed, after that 15 to 16% jump just post the earnings, we are actually puzzled that what is in play for Ola Electric. So here we are here with the bull versus bear scenario, and I'll take the bull. Varun will take actually the bull call, and I'll take the bear case. And firstly, on to the earnings front, what we have been seeing, Varun, yet again, a disappointing set. Continued losses is what the company has been reporting, and in the latest, though the revenue is down 50%, but the bottom line, over 400 crores is the profit is what the company has reported. But Varun, believe that big promises yet again made.
Definitely. So what has been delivered has been delivered. So you have seen losses that the company has made, and it's been continuous losses that the company is making. But if you look at the guidance that the company has given, the company has said that they would do good volumes going ahead. The volumes would be around 3.25 to 3.75 lakh launches that the company would be doing, the new vehicle sales that the company would be doing, and the revenues that would be around 4,200 to 4,700 crores going ahead. And also that the company has said that they would turn EBITDA positive in FY26. So what has gone, but what is yet to come, that looks very promising.
Indeed, but Varun, off late, the volume figure, the number over there has not been shaping up that well, because as we know that at one point in time, Ola Electric was indeed the leader. The market share was close to 50%, but look at the move now, it's sub that 20% mark. So the volume figure is definitely not shaping up that well, Varun.
Though it was the number one leader, but it has not slipped below the number 3 position, because today if you look, the company commands a market share of around 19%, and they are not far from the number 1 position. You look at the number 1 position, you have TVS Motors, the overall market share is 24%. So the only difference is 5%. The day the company turns around, you might see Ola coming back to the number 1 position. The difference is not much.
Okay, but if you say so, what about the share price? Because from those all-time high levels, the stock is down, I guess, more than 70-odd%. From those 40 levels, we have seen a good move, but is this justified? That's the question.
Okay, the stock is down, no doubt. From the IPO price, it is down. I think so, it has not even touched the IPO price now. It is below that IPO price. It is below the 50-week high that the company was commanding, but you need to look at the technology that the company is developing. It is third generation technology that the company is developing, and EV, the segment within, if you look, it has lot of potential. So if a company which has a market leadership, which used to have a market leadership, it is coming with new technologies, I'm sure that it will command the same market share and the same stock price you might see in the coming days.
But indeed, believe still some time for the brokerages to get bullish on, because just today post the earnings, we have brokerages. Sell call coming in from Kotak at 30 rupees target. Ambit too has a sell call with a target of just 40 rupees, Varun.
But it is Goldman who has a target price of 63 rupees. Even after the results, they have increased the price target. No doubt it is judged by 3 rupees. From 60 to 63 rupees, but yes, the conviction is coming back, and that's the reason you're seeing big brokerage houses like Goldman raising the price target. Even Citi has a price target of 55 rupees. So there is still upside in the stock price. No doubt, the day you see turnaround, you might see stock prices. In fact, the overall, the targets coming above 100 rupees also going ahead. So no doubt, the overall performance was subdued. You might see the stock price hovering around 40-45 rupees from the 158 prices that they were around 6 months ago. but there is still potential. At least from current levels, you still see around 20 to 25% upside on the current market price that's been given by Goldman and Citi.
All right, indeed, that's the bull versus bear scenario for Ola Electric, and we leave up to you that what should be the verdict for this particular counter.
All right, thank you so much, Srishti and Varun, for getting us that bull versus bear case scenario for Ola Electric. All right, then let's get back to all the stock-specific queries that our viewers are sending us. Now, this is Ashwini from Bangalore. She wants to know which stocks to buy for a short-term period of 2 to 3 months. If you could help us with 2 to 3 of your stock picks, Lakshmikant.
We are bullish on the PSU sector, so I would like to recommend PNB and SBI, so which is looking good for the upcoming 2 to 3 months. So talking about SBI, so we expect falling trendline breakout of the levels of 825 from where it could regain its upside momentum toward the levels of 880 to 900 levels. So that would be the expected target for the SBI, which we are anticipating from the current levels. Now talking about PNB, so PNB has made a fall and flag pattern breakout of a fall and flag formation on the daily chart. So we expect that further upside breakout could be expected at the levels of 114, and once it surpasses this level, then after it could move higher toward the levels of 135 to 145 range, whereas downward support is seen near the levels of 106 followed by 102. So that would be the expected support for the PNB, but once it breaks through the levels of 114, then after we could see sharp upside buying momentum, and which could push it higher toward the levels of 135 to 140.
All right, so those are the counters according to Lakshmikant for the short-term period for the next 2 to 3 months. But let's move on then. This is Balan who's writing in. He says that he has IT companies like Infosys, TCS, KPIT Tech. He's bought it when they were 30 to 40% lower than the current prices. As the IT is sluggish now, is it a good move to sell these and buy Reliance, SBI, HDFC, or basically he's talking about the financial pack? Rajesh, let me come to you for this one.
It depends on your time horizon. For short term, I agree that there are headwinds in the IT pack because of a lot of things. Due to Trump tariffs, inflations are going to go up in US, and that would be curtailing the discretionary spends, and that would affect the performance of the entire IT pack as such in a medium term. But long term, it still looks good because of their sound balance sheet, their order book, and the new technologies they're going into. But the other stocks which you have said, like Reliance, HDFC Bank, I think they would be better bets at this point of time. Because of the fact that they are going to do well, HDFC being one of the eight largest banks across the world with the kind of AUM that has, we believe that for FY26, the bank is going to report profit of around 80,000 odd crores. And the valuation still looks comfortable after this kind of run up. So HDFC Bank and one of the pick. Other one, Reliance, as I said, the corporate action of the demerger or the listing of their subsidiaries like retail and Geo would take place. That would be a big game changer for the valuation, and there would be huge value unlocking in that. As far as NBFC is concerned, I think Bajaj Finserv fits the bill because of this holding in Bajaj Holding and insurance ventures, AMC, and all those things. Even one can have a look at Geo Financial, which is into going into AMC. They have they have got license for broking and settlement with the tie with BlackRock. They are moving into AMC. They have moved into LAS and all those things. So these are some of the stocks which which can perform better than IT.
Okay, so that's the view on the IT pack and the financial services sector. But moving on, we have another query coming from Avijit Bose from Kolkata. He holds 100 shares of Tata Consumers at a price of 740. He wants to know if he should sell 50 shares and purchase Bajaj Finance instead. Lakshmikant, you want to take this?
Yes, I think Bajaj Finance would be the better bet as we compare from the Tata Consumer, because Tata Consumer has been struggling to surpass its previous swing high of 1,175, and then after we have seen consistent profit booking, now it is approaching toward its 100 DMA of the level 1050. If it breaches this level, then further profit booking is expected in the Tata Consumer. But if we talk about Bajaj Finance, so Bajaj Finance has formed a strong base near the levels of 880 to 860 range, and from last few days it has maintaining its upside momentum, and we could see a further breakthrough in this stock once it surpasses this immediate hurdle of 950, and then after it could resume its upside momentum and it could trend higher toward the levels of 1020 to 1040 range. So I think he should switch from Tata Consumer to Bajaj Finance.
All right, moving on then to a quick programming note before we slip into a short break. Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Dr. Mohan Yadav visited the premises of Texmas Association and observed the textile manufacturing and export activities in Dubai Textile City. During this, he participated in an interactive session and a networking lunch where the potential of Madhya Pradesh's textile sector and schemes like the PM Mitra Park was presented. Let's go across and take a look at this.
आज दुबई में मैं टेक्सटाइल सिटी में आया हूं और यहां बड़ा अच्छा प्रयोग हुआ है। दुबई सरकार के साथ ज़मीन लेकर के यहां की एक कमेटी बना करके भारतीय व्यापारियों ने अपना पूरा मार्केट बनाया है। उस मार्केट की विशेषता है कि 3 फ्लोर तक वो काम करते हैं। आगे शोरूम भी है, रिटेल शॉप जैसा भी है, पीछे गोडाउन भी है और गोडाउन भी 3 स्तर पर लोडिंग अनलोडिंग का सारा काम यहीं से होकर के बड़ा सुंदर व्यवस्था। मुझे इस बात की प्रसन्नता है कि जब हम निवेशकों से बात कर रहे हैं, बड़े पैमाने यहाँ के निवेशकों ने मध्य प्रदेश से जुड़ने का संकल्प बताया है। हमारा प्रयास भी है कि अधिकांश लोग आए। टेक्सटाइल में मध्य प्रदेश बहुत आगे बढ़ रहा है और जब कॉटन की बात होती है और कॉटन ऑर्गेनिक कॉटन तो पूरे देश तो क्या दुनिया में सबसे शुद्ध कॉटन अगर कहीं पर मिलता है तो मध्य प्रदेश में मिलता है। आइए हम सब संकल्प करें, माननीय मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में देश आगे बढ़े और मध्य प्रदेश उनके साथ कदम से कदम मिला के चले।
All right, so that's the latest word coming in from the Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister about the state's textile manufacturing sector. But on that note, we'll take a very short break with more queries being answered on the other side.
In association with SBI, be alert, be scam safe.
Now we have this query coming in. They have not given their name. Please start writing in your name so that we can attribute the questions to you. But this one's question on Bharti Airtel for the next 12 to 18 months. Is it a good entry point? Lakshmikant, Bharti Airtel for the next 12 to 18 months at current levels, is it a good time to enter?
After saying after forming distribution range around the levels of 2044 to 2035, the stock has given consolidation breakdown at lower levels. But if we look at the overall structure, now this stock is going to stabilize near the levels of 50 DMA. So I think at current levels, risk and reward ratio is looking favorable. So it is a good time to take a long bet in this stock. So this stock has retraced around 50% of its prior upward rally. So we could expect some sort of pullback move in this stock with the support of 1,870 on the downside, and we could see upside move in this stock toward the levels of 2030 to 2040 once again. And once it give a decisive breakthrough to the levels of 2045, then after it could see a upside momentum which could push it higher toward the levels of 2200. So yes, he can buy from the current levels as risk and reward ratio is looking favorable.
All right, so a buy call coming for Bharti Airtel at current levels. Lakshmikant, another query for you. Last time we were speaking, we lost you when we were talking about NBCC, but we have another query on the same stock. This is Sumati from Chennai. She holds 250 shares at a price of 119 or rupees. The stock has been falling. She wants to know if she should quit or hold, continue to hold the stock.
So I think she should continue to hold this stock because after few days of pullback move, this stock is showing revival at current levels. We have seen a bullish crossover in RSI, and it has also formed a doji kind of pattern in yesterday's session, and today follow through buying momentum is coming from the lower level. So we could expect that this upside movement, this pullback move will continue toward the levels of 124 to 125 zone, where its upcoming resistance is seen. And once it taken out this level of 125, then after it could move higher toward the levels of 135 to 145. So I think the current level is also good for accumulating in this stock, whereas downward support is seen near the levels of 105, and as long as it maintains this prices above this level, we could see a bullish upside move in NBCC.
So that was the last talk for the day. Rajesh and Lakshmikant, thank you so much for taking the time out and joining us and answering all the stock related questions. Kanishka and I will take your leave. Thank you so much for tuning in, but we'll see you tomorrow with all your questions answered.